Hi, big dreamers, Jana Kingsford here. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Okay, so I'm Jana Kingsford, Chief Big Dreamer of the Internet. I'm super excited to be doing this Facebook Live for you today because today is a training around doing it now. And right now I'm launching CreatorMind, because today it is right now it is 9:18 a.m. and guess what that means? So 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. In 5 hours time, I'm going to be going live in CreatorMind to do our first 1 hour deep dive live training, which I will set myself up and do it down the beach. So I'm super excited. Who else is super excited about that? Okay, so today's little mini training that I'm going to do for you is do it now. And the reason that I'm doing a training called do it now is literally what I was just thinking. What I was just actually thinking just now. I'm going to put my hair down. I was actually just thinking, okay, I've done a personal profile post, but I haven't done all of the things that I needed to have done. I haven't done my financial flow frequency formula yet. I haven't posted a blog yet. I haven't posted an Instagram story saying I was going to go live. There's all these things that I haven't done, right? And I can say to myself, let's do it later, do it later, do it later, do it later. And whenever I catch myself saying do it later, this has actually been like across the board for the whole time that I've been running a business. Whenever I see and hear myself say do it later, that is like instantly I trigger myself into do it now. Because here's the thing, the days that that same thing here, right now, is when you set yourself a goal to do a daily Facebook Live, for example, or a daily blog. When you set yourself that, I want you to really look at what is the internal dialogue that you've got going on that stops you from doing that and fulfilling that and showing up on that and living up to the commitment that you made. So think about it this way. So I've done this Facebook Live quest and I was just actually I don't actually know what I'm up. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're going. We're available. Yay! Connection available. I don't know what it was just doing. It just was like completely connection unavailable. Hi guys. Okay. So I want you to, hi Leslie. So you know when you set yourself like a goal or a target or a quest or a habit to go live daily, right? What is the things you tell yourself that stops you from showing up? So being really privy and really open and really aware of what this internal dialogue is that you say to yourself that stops you to fulfill and show up and follow up and carry out those quests and habits that are totally aligned, totally exactly what you want to be doing and what you know you got to be doing and what you know that is really good for you and really good for your business and really good for your creator mind, because you know that when you do it, you feel great. You know that when you do it, you feel productive. You know when you do it, it gets results. You know when you do it, it actually really fills you up in ways that it just doesn't if you don't do it. So what is the actual internal dialogue that you're saying to yourself and being really aware of that and having these trigger points? So for me, it's when I say do it later or it doesn't matter. These two things that I will say to myself a lot. I'll say do it now. So if I say do it later, like it is completely, I know that's exactly my internal dialogue. Hi, Deanne. Hi. So what is the words that you say to yourself when you set yourself a goal or a target or an initiative or a quest or a habit to show up and create? Maybe it's to post a post every day. Maybe it's to do a Facebook Live every day. Maybe it's to do Insta stories every single hour. What is the internal dialogue that you're saying that stops you from doing that? Because we all have days where we don't do it. So what is the internal dialogue? I'd love to hear what yours are. They could be the same as mine. So mine, I really know mine three. My three is number one, do it now, do it later. I say to myself, do it later. I'll do it later. And that's even why I'm going live late. I've already been here for 2 hours and I've been bloody posting on Facebook, reading Facebook. Hi Dee, I'm so excited you're here. And I've just been like, I set my events for my CreatorMind. So CreatorMind is my 11-day one-time only live 11-day deep dive training to really activate your creator mind and be a content creator and do that for your life's work so that you can show up on social media and you can become a social media entrepreneur using and doing your life's work. And getting good at teaching online comes first with doing it for free on Facebook. So doing it for free on Facebook is going to help you to teach online. It's going to help you to pass on your life's work online. So essentially, you're a creator, which is so weird. It's such a weird mindset shift and identity because so many of us think that that's not us. We're not a social media entrepreneur. We're not a social media creator. We're not even good at social media. So we're not even fantastical at social media. So we don't identify as a social media entrepreneur or a social media creator. Therefore, we don't show up with the professional, as in like not professional persona or anything. That's not how I think of it, but we don't show up pro. We don't show up like, hey, this is my career. Hey, this is my business. Hey, the whole point, it is completely relevant. It is completely the whole point to show up and be a social media creator so that you can channel your life's work and have an audience for your life work. So okay, so Leslie said, Dee says, I let myself get distracted. Okay, so your go-to, Deanne's go-to is get herself distracted. So let's name these and claim these. The things that you do when you say that you want to do something. I'm feeling really vibes of like my old school like productivity, big dreams, boot campy vibes of like being super productive in time management and getting unjuggled and finding the time and space for your big dreams. So perfect. So what are those specific? We need to identify them. If we don't identify this stuff that's going on in your head that is stopping you from doing it now and actually following through on these things and these commitments, because you are pro, if you are considering yourself as a social media creator, if you have the identity of that, you are going to go pro in the sense that you are going to set yourself quests, set yourself habits, show up in a consistent way. It doesn't need to be professional persona, it just gets to be in a consistent manner and in a consistent way, and it doesn't need to be every day at the same time, but whatever you're led to do, whatever the quest that you're led to do, it's you showing up and getting out of your way and going, here's what I want to do. I want to go live every day. I want to do these blog posts every day, whatever it is. And then you live up to those expectations you've set on yourself and those standards you've set for yourself. You don't lower your standards. You don't lower those expectations. You don't lower the standards of what you've set yourself, especially if you've set it in your right mind, and especially if you've done it after you've done your belief work and it's totally in sync with your spirit and what your spirit wants to do. So, okay, let's lock these in. I love this. Okay, so Leslie said, I want to do it in the morning, but I feel puffy and groggy in the morning. Totally hear you. Because this is the same for me this morning. I even used my own inner practice, my inner work as I haven't done it yet, I can't go live. I haven't done my financial flow frequency formula yet. The other day I did a free live on that, by the way. I haven't done that yet, so therefore I can't go live. And then all of a sudden it's 2 hours later, I still haven't gone live, I still haven't done my inner work, so we're just going to have to do it in the end anyway, right? So Leslie says that. And then another one, Leslie said, I like to do videos outside so the weather can stop me from showing. Totally get you with that, because it does that to me too, because I don't particularly love going live in the car, but I do when it's like really early in the morning or we're traveling or something like that. So it's not always optimal, but yeah, same thing. I like it. Leslie said, sometimes I show up to my quest really well and others I fizzle out. Yeah. So a good idea is to look at what are the things that you fizzled out on. What was the internal dialogue that was happening? What was the dialogue that was happening on the ones that you fizzled out with? Were they not even in sync with your spirit to start with? Or were they in sync with your spirit, but then maybe you just weren't raising yourself up to the standards and the habits and the quests and the ideas that you came up with. Leslie's another one that we say to ourselves, so what we're doing, put it down below, is all the things that we say to ourselves that stop us from showing up and doing the things that we said we're going to do and want to do and know that is in sync with our spirit to do and really conducive to being a social media creator. and really helping our life's work get out into the world. What are the things that you say? Personally, I say, I'll do it later. Personally, I say, it doesn't matter. Personally, I say, no one will notice. These are my top 3 things that I say. So can you imagine, because I'm so, like you can see, I can drop those so quickly. I know exactly what they are. I'll do it later. It doesn't matter. No one will notice. Those 3 things, can you see how when I click my fingers, I know to immediately shift to, instead of when I hear myself, because just before I said, I will do it later. And I was like, shit, do it now. And then I was like, what am I going to do a Facebook Live about now? Because I'm not like prepped. I don't feel like it. I haven't got an inspired idea yet. And I was like, well, right now, you literally just did your click from I'll do it later to I'll do it now. Just let's do that. Let's do that. So I literally just came up with the idea before this. And the way that I can do that is because of practice. I practiced so many times. Even with this Facebook Live quest, I'm nearly done. I'm up to like 70 something of my 111 Facebook Live quest. But I've been going live sporadically every other day since Facebook Lives came out. So it's practice, practice, practice. So if that is not how you feel that you can do it, well, there's only one anecdote. You practice, right? So what are the 3 things? So when I hear myself say do it later, I say do it now. And then that's almost like a personal rule that I've got to do it now. And this even related to back in the day when I was like a whole juggling act situation. And when I would see something on the floor and I'd be like, I'll do it later, I would trigger myself into do it now. Because if it takes under a minute, just do it now. And the second thing that I tell myself is it doesn't matter. And this comes back to freaking belief work, right? It doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Why doesn't social media matter? It is the whole place and the whole part and the whole way that my message reaches you guys. It's the whole thing of I get to change your lives. There may be something that I say, there may be something that you say today that is going to change somebody's life in a really micro way or even a macro way. And if you do that day to day, then I mean, that's going to stack up and that's going to add up and then you're going to be changing lives. So how can that not matter? You do matter, your message does matter, and it is important that when you set yourself a habit, you set yourself a quest and you want to do something, understand that it is really in your best interest and of the interest of those who follow you that you show up and nourish their feed. Because here's the thing, there is too many people being unreliable sources of inspiration online. There is enough of that. There's enough of the ones that show up for a week or 2 and then all of a sudden they disappear from the internet and then they come in 2 weeks again and say, hey, I'm back and I had some stuff on. And all of a sudden, you don't trust that person. They're an unreliable source of inspiration for you. They're an unreliable source, and we've got enough unreliable sources of what we want. Right? There's enough out there. We are that is subliminal shit right there. We don't obviously consciously try to do that, but if you've got somebody that you follow online that is unreliable, as in like an unreliable source of nourishment for you, you followed them because they are a source of nourishment in whether it's body, whether it's about love, whether it's about money, they are a reliable source of nourishment for you. So if they're not showing up and nourishing you and giving you new stuff and giving you consistent and constant motivation, inspiration, education about the thing that you do follow them about, you're going to stop following them. Don't be that person. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that is an unreliable source of inspiration, motivation, education to the people that are relying on you to show up and change their lives in their Facebook feeds. This is not shits and giggles here. Okay, so another thing, Leslie says, I don't know. So put them down below. What else do you guys say to yourself? And that's why you don't follow up, and that's why you don't actually follow through on your habits and your quests and really commit to yourself as a social media creator, as a social media entrepreneur, as somebody who is a big dreamer, who is changing lives for a living, because that's what we do as big dreamers. That's what we're here doing. So if you do take that seriously enough, if you do care enough, and you do actually really sit yourself in the service of your spirit and also for the service of the people that you are serving, if you really take that seriously, you're going to show up in a more committed way. And we've got to be really privy. We've got to really identify what are these inner dialogue things that we're telling ourselves that are stopping us from showing up and serving and selling in the way that we could be doing, and being a reliable source of inspiration, motivation, education for all the peoples on the internet that follow us. Oh, hello! Oh my god, everyone's here. Okay, sorry guys, I was only seeing the top ones. Shona's here. So Leslie said no one will be there anyway. Okay, this is the things that we say to ourselves. Like, it doesn't matter, I don't know what to say. Leslie said, I keep fizzling in Instagram. I'm about ready to give it another go, but I've shown up every day on LinkedIn, easy peasy. Yes, there's some places that are easy for us to show up and there's some that aren't so much. Leslie said, I don't feel like it is a big one. Yeah, there you go. I haven't started doing lives. Deanne says, I haven't started doing lives. I have ideas, but I haven't started. So far, just been posting for my network marketing business. Love it. Gold, Steph said. Gold, thank you. Great points. Thank you. Shona. Hi, Shona. We've got Creator Minds in the house. Thank you so much. Today is the last day. We've got 6 hours to go of $111 to get into Creator Mind. It's one of my best value courses that I've ever created, ever in the history of Jana Kingsford. It is going to go over the mindset shifts. It's going to go over the identity. It's going to go over the quests and the habits and the lifestyle and the actual crafts, the photography, the videography, the skills, really tapping into, because here's the thing. I can give you all the skills, but the thing that's going wrong when I give you the skills is you don't have the mindset. The skill set without the mindset means you're just not going to do it. So you can go and learn about all this social media shit, but if you don't have the mindset, you're not going to do the skills that I give you. So this is more of a mindset shift. This is a mindset shift from going from a marketing mind to a creator mind, and understanding that in 2020, we are creators, we are not marketers if we are selling shit online. If you're selling shit online and you are a great marketing mind, you're in trouble. So it doesn't mean that you don't market, it's just shifting your marketing mind. It's shifting and it's changing with consumer behavior and buyer behavior, because these are all the things that I've got a university degree in. Guys, I did not go to university for no freaking reason. Steph, got to watch the replay. Love it. I'm so happy. So what else do you guys tell yourself about what is the internal dialogue? Let's identify what are these things that you're telling yourself about why you don't want to and why you don't want to show up. And why you're doing it later, why you're asking yourself or telling yourself I'll do it later. Like Deanne was saying, she hasn't done live. So what is the thing that you're telling yourself of why you can't go live? Why you don't want to go live? Why you haven't gone live? Is it's too hard? Like, keep on looking at those things and why. What are those things that you're telling yourself? So by the way, we've got 6 hours until our first Creator Mind live goes live. It is 11 days. It's one time live only. It'll never be live ever again. You can join later on, but it will be $333 because it is going to be a bundle thing that people can buy when they really want to tap into my Creator Mind stuff around the mindset of being a social media creator. So how does that sound? P.S. The other thing that I got going is Big Dreams Blueprint, which I'm going to go into full scale launching tomorrow, or even the end of today. I'm going to go into full scale launching of Big Dreams Blueprint. Now, Big Dreams Blueprint, there is a ton of amazing bonuses for the people that jump in now. We start on the 1st of August. It is 84 actionables. It is 84 days. This is the pure mindset of a big dreamer. This is really going to blueprint yourself and imprint and install into your cells, into your spirit, into your soul, the blueprint of your specific big dreams. It's going to rearrange your beliefs. It's going to blueprint your big dreams. It is going to help you to elevate your business. It's going to help you to elevate your brand, and it's going to help you to go beyond all of that and into your big dreams, and let your business and your brand be the vehicles and the vessels for your big dreams. So we're going to go over visualizations, meditations. We're going to go over strategies. We go into strategies about being yourself, because this is Big Dreams Blueprint is all about being yourself. Using that as your major tool, vehicle, vessel, superpower to achieve your big dreams. So it is a fully fledged online course, Big Dreams Blueprint, and it is actually my book personified online. So you can go and check that out, which I'm so excited for that to start. And also today is the last day to get Big Dreams Blueprint. When you buy Big Dreams Blueprint today, you get Creator Mind included. So you get the whole package deal of pretty much everything that's going to be going down for the next 3 months. Also, right now, Big Dreams Blueprint is in early bird mode. So just wanted to make sure you guys all know that. So Deanne said, I'm self-conscious that I will be ugly online. Self-critical. So yeah, critical of self. Too self-conscious. Deanne said, you know what? Here's the deal. Look at me. I have no makeup on. I used to wear makeup because I did not think that I could not wear makeup on the internet, and now I never wear makeup. And it's just like, people really appreciate, you can wear makeup online if you want, but like, I realized that I just don't need to be wearing makeup, and I don't need to be getting all dressed up. I haven't even had a shower yet. I'm in my pajamas. They're pretty cute pajamas, but they double as like day wear pajamas. Next level travel tip: travel and working, sleep in day clothes that are comfortable enough to sleep in. Deanne said too self-conscious. Cool. So I'm going to help you with shift these, guys. So let's shift these. So who else is here? I want to know, what are the things that you say to yourself that stop you from showing up? Let me know, because then I'm going to show you how you can shift them. I love this. Okay. Hi everybody. I'm so excited everybody's here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh. I love it. We've got all the peoples in the house. It is so fun. P.S. Who is in CreatorMind? Let me know. Hashtag CreatorMind down below. Because guess what we're going to be doing? We are going live. Have you seen, if you are in CreatorMind, have you seen the event that I put up today? I put the event for our first training. I'm live. I'm just trying to actually post this on here. That's me, no makeup, PJs equal daywear, exactly. See, Leslie's a full-time trainer, traveler. She understands what I'm talking about. She understands what I'm talking about. I love it, I love it. Okay, what else have we got going on here? All right, so what I do is so what are the top 3 things that you say to yourself? So, what are the top 3 things that you say to yourself that you're not showing up in the way that you want to be showing up? Okay, so come up with the top 3 things that you say. So I say, like I said, I'll do it later. It doesn't matter, and no one will notice. Shona says, I feel like my message isn't deep enough or boring. Oh my god. Ah. Ouchie. Of course it's deep enough, but also some of us always, like, there is definitely 30 days of the month that I think that my message doesn't matter. There is definitely probably 24 hours of the day where I do have thoughts that I have nothing to say, and I don't even know what I talk about. It's so funny, we talk about this in Mission 12 all the time, my 12-month mastermind. We always talk about, like, sometimes it's like, this comes up consistently and constantly. I have nothing, I don't even know what I talk about. So this is another thing, right? So a lot of times when you are trying to show up every day with a quest or with a habit of being a social media creator, a lot of the times you can say to yourself, I don't even know what I talk about, which is a great way for you to subconsciously make it really hard for you to show up, because you're saying, I don't even know what I talk about. And it's such a lie, because you do, but feels so real when you think of it. It feels so real. It's like, I don't even know. There is so many days where I'm like, I don't even know what I talk about. What do I talk about specifically? What am I even about? But that is just like limiting crap, making it harder for me to show up. But it also stretches me, because it's like, whatever, shit is subjective. I'm going to show up anyway, even though I feel like my message is boring, even though I feel like it's not deep enough, even though I feel like it's, surface level, whatever it is for you. And then we click it. So what I want you to identify is, what is those specific kind of words. So put it in, this is how I do it. I'll show you. I'm trying to get it so it goes on here. How do I get this? Okay. So I do it like this. Oh my god, I just tried to write on my computer. I'll do it later. So I want you to put down in like these things what it looks like. Oh, Leslie, she is on the ball. I love it. Top 3. No one cares. I'll never reach success, and I have to wait until everything else is taken care of before I can show off. I know exactly what you mean. That was literally what I was just thinking. I've got so much things to do. Why would I show up anyway? Doesn't even matter. And I was doing all the things. Is these called parentheses or quotes? So these are the things I say. I'll do it later. So then we want to do, what's the counteractor? What is the clicking counteractive? Like counteract click. I love clicking, so it's my kind of thing. I love to click. I've got a really good click. So my thing, whenever I hear that, is like, nope. Oh man, I'm still typing on my computer. So now you can see I click my fingers, and it just means, so as soon as I have that thought, that's it. Oh, I love that. So as soon as I say I'll do it later, I click my fingers and I'm like, I've got to do it now. Do it now. Do it now. So it's finding a counteracting thought that can counteract those really negative, stick like oyster beliefs, right? So Deanne said, what if people think I'm stupid? Okay, so it's like, take it to what you're really telling yourself is like, I'm stupid. That's literally what you're saying. So it's like, put that in parentheses, like the quote things, right? So when you think those words, or when those things comes up, and when that doubt comes up, click it over. What's the opposite? I'm super smart. So Leslie said no one cares. So no one cares is, click that over to everyone's waiting for me. Everyone's waiting for me. Everyone's waiting for me. It says no one cares. And it's like, well, one person does. One person does. And you think of that one person that does care, that if you show up and are a reliable source of inspiration, motivation, education for them, right? That's number 1. Number 2 is Leslie said, I'll never reach success. So we counteract that with, I'm already a success if I show up today. I'm a success if I show up today. I'm a success if I show up today. That success is micro. Success is not macro. Success is a series of small successes made every day that add up to big successes. Small successes, like success equals that. Success is the little things. So you could do 10 really successful things today. Small success. It doesn't look like big success until those small successes have added up, have stacked up. Small successes stack up. Then one day you wake up and you're in the sweet success zone. Does that make sense? So it's like, you can't be successful if you're not stacking up small successes every day. So those small successes don't feel like the big successes, but in order to have the big success, you don't have a big success in one day. You have a series of stacking of little successes, which is, hey, I said I'm going to do a Facebook Live every day. I'm going to do a Facebook Live every day. Doing that 100 times is 100 small successes that adds up to one big success. Love that. Shona, thank you. So we're all looking for success in all the wrong places. We're looking for it in the big, like same with big dreams, right? Big dreams are, when you live in the manifestation of the big dream, guess what? It's like it's already happened, because you're living your life and going, this is my big dream. This is the small action I'm going to take towards it today, and stack that shit up. Because in the end, that's where I will go. That's where I will, you don't just like wake up one day and go, hey, I'm living in a big dream, without having taken serious action of that big dream for as long as it takes beforehand. There is no big dream that happens with no zero lead up. So we're all in the lead up zone. We're all in the gap. We're all in the gap of our big dreams. And being able to live in the gap creates the character who is capable of holding the big dream. And when that big dream comes, you're already the character that is capable of holding that big dream. And you're literally already felt what it feels like to live in that big dream, act from that big dream, and be the character capable of holding that big dream. It doesn't just fall in your lap. You got to live in the gap. And a lot of us really live in the lag. We live in the lag of our past shitty thoughts, our past shitty beliefs, our past shitty unchecked, unconscious, unnoticed thought tracks, feelings, shitty action, not showing up and doing the habits and the quests. Because then we go on the internet, it's like, just relax, just sit down, don't do anything, slow down. It's like, great, that's awesome for people that took really fast action to get there and weren't actually looking at how they want their days to look. And then all of a sudden go and tell the internet to slow down, when they've already sped the shit out of their life and they got to a place where they could scale, where they could slow down. And then they're telling all these people on these like big dreams tracks and big dreams trains, slow down. Well, they went super fast to get where they are to be able to slow down. But we can all like do it. Like, I have so much balance. You guys see all my balance that I have every day. It's not so much about slowing down. It's about committing up. And it doesn't take more time. It takes better energy allocation, better and more elite checking on your emotions and your energy and not letting shit go unchecked. Because if you want big results, if you want over the top, here's the thing, if you want over the top results, like to be able to afford to work with me or do any of my amazing courses, and you want these over the top results and you want this over the topness, we've got to be over the top in our day-to-day situation. We can't just go along the day like all these people just start going to breakfast, sitting on their phone, not really creating anything, just consuming, just being unconscious consumers of whatever the messaging of the internet is for the day, going along the day, going and visiting places, but not actually locking it in. Like when I go to the beach or when I go to down to the beach and watch the sunset, I'm really going over the top with looking at what are my big dreams that I'm tuning into, what is the energy and what is the emotion of what I'm tuning into, what is the frequency that I'm setting myself to every day. And I go over the top, because if you want over the top results, you're going to have to be, and you get to be over the top during your day, over the top with your practices, over the top with your habits, over the top with quests. If you want mediocre results, just do it mediocre. Just show up for an hour a day. Just show up for 30 minutes of the day. Don't look at I work 24/7 on my energy and emotions. I don't literally work 24/7, but the way that I sleep affects my business. The way that I wake affects my business. My energy, my emotion are the bedrock of my business and my brand and my big dreams coming true through my business, through my brand. So those are all the things. We're getting deep, guys. We're getting deep. So what has been your biggest aha today? And also, what are you going to click and snap that belief over to? Leslie, gotta go. I love that, love that, love that. So happy. So CreatorMind is starting today. Also, Big Dreams Blueprint. We are in the early bird phases. Also, Mission 9, I am actually launching Mission 9 at the moment, which is my highest level program that I'm completely restructuring going forward in a way that is going to blow your mind and surprise the hell out of you, but also it's got to go up in price. And it's going to be, this is like the lowest level that I'm ever going to offer again for the long term. For long-term work with me. I'm so excited. So make sure you message me if you want to be a part of that. I have amazing weekly payment plans that make a lot of my bigger level, higher level stuff really workable, really doable. Also, I've got quarterly plans as well if you want to do that, if that's more your thing, quarterly payment plans. So message me if you want to be a part of Mission 9. It is my most successful. I've only launched it for a year. And in that time, I've had 3 multiple 6-figure businesses come out of that. So, my shit works. And please only join if you are interested in hitting multiple 6 figures. I'm not interested if you're going to argue with me about earning 6 figures, okay? Do not even message me if 6 figures is not what you want, because we go over the top with getting into that financial flow frequency every day, tailoring the experience for you, tailoring and personalizing it for you so that you can be bringing in those 10K months, those 20K months, those 30K months, doing what you love to do, doing your life's work, doing it in an organic way. It's over the top, the results that we get. Therefore, the energy and the emotion and the commitment that we put in is over the top as well. So if that's something that you want to do and you want to stop stuffing around, figuring this shit out, like as soon as people come into Mission 9, they're just like, oh my God, I totally get this. Like everything's falling into place. I've got newbies in there already. One manifested like 10K yesterday. Then one launched a program within 2 weeks and still is getting sales for it. So, and just loves it. And then it's so funny because she got the results, and then all of a sudden it was like all the things, I'm like, I know you're at this stage, and then you're at this stage, and now I know you're in this stage, and I know all the stages, and I know exactly what to do in that specific stage. That's my patterns are my genius zone. I know patterns really well. So it's never, you can't come to me and go, I'm in this bit, this is what's happening. I don't know. I never not know what stage you're in and where you're at and what to do, what is the best course of action for you. And I'm not a coach that just asks you questions. I'm a consultant, so I will tell you what the fuck to do sometimes. I'm like, okay, launch this, do that. So I do have but it's always in line with listening to you and coaching with you and working with you and channeling for you. And then also with your permission going, hey, usually they'll just go, Jana, just tell me what to do. And I'll be like, okay, here we go. But I won't do it without permission. But yeah, everyone just goes, please just tell me what to do. What do I name this thing? What's the tagline? How long's the launch? What's the price? And I'm just like, do. And then they're like, okay, within 5 minutes launching the thing. So that's how we work. So message me if the one-on-one's calling you, because here's the thing. With the one-on-one, it's way easier. Just get access to everything. You get access to Big Dreams Blueprint. You get access to CreatorMind. You get access to all the amazing things that I launch. So it's pretty cool. Okay, guys. So what I want you to do, recap from this Facebook Live. Recap. I want you to recognize and be really attuned. And if you don't, and if you're not fully aware of all the stuff that you're saying to yourself of why you can't show up right here, right now, today, in this moment, and why you can't do these things that you want to do and that you know are in sync with your spirit, and you keep on delaying them, you keep on putting them off. Because here's the thing, a day delayed is $1 denied. I have this belief, this core belief system that when I delay, I'm denying $1. And dollars are what makes up your business. 1 million of them make up $1 million, right? So a day delayed is $1 denied. It's like a poor belief system that I have, so that, because otherwise I've got a default of being lazy. I'm just super lazy. I just won't show up. I just will be like, I'm just chilling. I definitely love your energy and excited to work with you. Yay! Thanks, Dean. I'm so excited. So cool. I love. I love it. Thanks for your amazing comments the other day on my post. I love that. My energy is because I'm over the top with my practices, with my commitment, with my inner work. I'm over the top with it because I've been broken. I've been burnt out. I've been broken and burnt out before. And I know that it was just an accumulation of me just not being over the top with really making sure that nothing went unchecked with my emotions and my energy. And I just didn't put up with. And when I was broken, it was literally, I just would put up with and completely tolerate being in a shitty mood. I don't tolerate that shit for a minute now. It's like, okay, if I'm in a shitty mood, let's go release these feelings. I have the most amazing practices around anger and sadness and depression or anything that comes up. And I have these amazing practices that help me to release those feelings in healthy ways that don't infect my entire self and infect my own business and infect my brand and infect everything. So you got to be really over, to me, it's an over the topness. It's going over the top if you want over the top results. So it's, yeah, that's what it is. And yeah. What's the recap that we're doing? Okay, so I want you to actually go through and be really aware of all the thought forms. So put them down below, all the thought forms that you've got going on, all the things you say to yourself. Specifically say to yourself, internal dialogue, like, I will do it later. or it doesn't matter, or no one will notice? What are the things that you're specifically saying? And then counteract them with a counteractive thought form. And click your fingers. I click my fingers. You can do what works for you. You can slap yourself in the face. I don't know. There is times when I will slap myself in the face and I'll say, pull your shit together. Get your shit together. And put your hair in a bun. Get your shit done. Like, sometimes I will do that to snap myself out of it, because sometimes I just like need snapping out of it. We all do, but most of the times it's like snap my fingers and I'll say the new thing, and sometimes it doesn't mean that it will equate to action. Sometimes, like today, it was like, I'll do it later. I was like, do it now. Shit. Okay. Well, I got nothing. Okay, let's just call it do it now, because that's exactly what I'm thinking right now, right in this moment. So come up with the counteractive click. Like, what are you going to click yourself into when you have that thought? And don't think, just do. Don't think, just do. Just take action. So that's what I did. I was like, don't think, just do. Some action is a healing modality, but it's also great because it gets you freaking results and stops you swirling around in your head. So all morning, this morning, I was like, I've been here for 2 hours, but what did I actually achieve? What did I actually do? What action did I take? Kind of not much, right? But as soon as I've taken action doing this Facebook Live, it's a healing modality. It is a momentum creator. So now I've done this Facebook Live and I'm like, what was even my problem? Why was I even delaying? Why didn't I just do this earlier, right? And it clears all the cogs. It clears all the cogs out so that you can create and be a clear channel for what wants to come through. And social media can be such a great place for you to do that, such a great place for you to really execute your creator mind. It can be such an amazing place for you to do your inner work live. And I don't mean just spraying your shit over the internet. I mean actually action as a healing modality. So the way I take action sometimes is doing really gratitude posts, and I post them on social media. But essentially that's my gratitude practice. But guess what? It triples its content. So much of my inner work, especially in Big Dreams Blueprint, that I'm about to go through and launch like a motherfucker, because everyone needs to do that. If you like my work, you've got to do Big Dreams Blueprint. I mean, I'm going to make it like a prerequisite. And P.S. today is the last day. If you buy a Big Dreams Blueprint, which is $1,111, I hate putting prices because I always put my prices up. So when I say the prices, I feel annoyed because I know that somebody's going to watch this later on and is going to hear me saying it's that, but then it's going to be $2,222. Sorry, just follow me early and buy my shit straight up. That's the thing, because this is what happens. People will go back and be like, why is Me Brand Method $2,000 now? I saw you said that it's this much in this video. I'm like, yeah, because that's how much it is in the founding round. Guess why? I price my stuff accordingly to the results they get for people. So they incrementally increase at lightning fast speeds, because guess what? People get results from them at lightning fast speeds. So I incrementally increase. And I keep putting the price up. So the best time always to join is in an early bird of a founding round, because they're never that price ever again. And the price just keeps going up. For every single intake, I incrementally increase. Same with my coaching. P.S. though, Mission 9, I have not put up since my last round. This is the last round, however, that it's going to be this price. And my coaching is going up significant, because I've got quite a few clients now, and I actually like to have a really intimate client base. And so I don't have much more capacity for one-on-one clients. So I feel like I only have 3 more spots at this stage, at this time, for clients, and then I'm just going to be focusing really heavily on courses, and my coaching will be even more high level than what it currently is right now. So it's super high level, but it's going to be super, super, super high level, because the dedication, the time, the energy, the commitment, I'm all in with your big dreams. When you're a client of mine, I mean, you're I'm in your world, you're in my world, and we are down. So I would message me about Mission 9 right now, because you know what happens. It incrementally increases at lightning fast speed. So now is the best time to join all the things. So anyway, oh my God, we start CreatorMind today. I'm so excited. Are you guys joining us for CreatorMind? I'm so excited. I put the link for CreatorMind here. So here's the things. Recap, the 3 things. Number 1, CreatorMind. We start today. We have scheduled the Facebook Live for today, the first one of the 11th, and every day for the next 11 days, I'm going live with a deep dive training to shift your mindset around your content creation. So you can really take your content creation to the next level. This is about shifting your mindset, so then you do shift your skill set. Gotta run. Thanks so much for being here, Deanne. I loved it. So that's number one, CREATORMIND. Number two is Big Dreams Blueprint. Today is the last day to grab CREATORMIND with Big Dreams Blueprint. Number three is CREATORMIND will be this afternoon. As soon as we go live with the first call, it's going up to $333 forevermore. The other thing is Mission 9. I've got 3 spots available right now to have my highest level one-on-one work. Message me if you want to be a part of that. It's a super special, some sort of magic situation happens with Mission 9. It's a magic number because it's kind of like pregnancy, birth kind of situation, right? So I hope you guys have the best day ever growing into big dreams. I hope you really enjoyed this call, and from now on in, get really present with the inner dialogue that you've got going on around your procrastination techniques, the protection mechanisms that you use to stop you from showing up, and counteract them with like your clicks. Guys, this is so fun. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate your presence and your interaction and your energy. You make this everything that it is. Thank you for manifesting everything that I say, because the people that are here, they manifest the message that are live, and then anybody watching the after party, you guys, this is also for you. So I hope you have the best day ever growing to big dreams. Share this with your friends if you feel like this is going to benefit one of your friends or many of your friends. Share it over to your profile or your page, or tag a friend in. It's like, come on guys, let's do this together. So have the best day, and PS, message me. I hope you have the best day ever growing into big dreams, and I'll see you in CREATORMIND. And Chief Big Dreamer on the Internet is out.